Hey, what's up my fellow collectors? Jim from Jim's Figure Reviews. Today I'm looking at the Crazy Toys Deadpool figure statuine, but it's basically a statue. Now, I know Crazy Toys is a little bit on the controversial side where it is basically a company that's taking, Hot Toys and Sideshow figures, making a mold of them, repainting them, and then selling them for much less. So, I mean, of course, I totally agree with people that are like, I don't want to support that because they're basically just ripping off the other company and all the hard work that they put into sculpting these amazing figures. And I also agree with people that are like, well, I mean, it is a good way to get a pretty decent looking piece for your shelf without paying the kind of money that Hot Toys and Sideshow wants. So I'm kind of right in the middle. This is the only one that I have because I really, really wanted this Deadpool. And this is basically the Deadpool. This is the comic version that Sideshow made. The figure that Sideshow made is really, really nice. But of course, this is what we get with Crazy Toys. And we'll take a closer look at this. But starting off with the box, let me get him out of the way. This is the box that it does come in. So it's basically the wrong, this is showing the movie. Even though it's the comic Deadpool that is. But you get this nice image of Deadpool on the front, you get Deadpool on the side. It's a very small box, which I do kind of like. You get Deadpool written at the top, you just get the continuation of the Deadpool sign. And then this is the, Crazy Toys logo. And then on the back of the box, you get this other picture of Deadpool, and you get this big read up there. And again with the Crazy Toys. And on the bottom, you just get the continuation of the front of the picture with his legs, Crazy Toys, and the barcode. And this is saying for modelers 14 and over. And then, of course, when you do open this box, you get a nice little image of Deadpool inside. You get this kind of Deadpool slip cover. Take that off of there, you get the same picture. And the figure basically just comes in a little bag. And when I got mine, the arm was disconnected, so I did have to put the arm in. But that is the box. Let's take a closer look at the actual figure slash, it's basically a statue. Now, starting off, let's start with the stand. You get this very, very cheap plastic stand. It's almost even like a little bit flexible. But it does have the little Crazy Toys logo up in the corner. I mean, this is pretty much all you get. Again, you get this kind of very cheap plastic arm for it, and then you do get a spring-loaded clamp. So, and you will need this because the figure does not stand on his own. And you do get his katanas, which look really nice. I mean, I like the the silver chrome that they use for the paint. It does look really good. They are even a little bit on the sharp side. And you get a decent little sculpting of the bottom of the sword there, which looks really good. I don't know if it's even picking that up. But, I mean, for what they are, it is like a kind of flexible, plastic, but this is hard plastic at the handle here. But, for what, and I believe this is pretty much the Sideshow swords that come with the Deadpool, just basically remolded, and just they use some cheaper materials. But you get two of those, so you do get that, and that's it. That's all you get as far as accessories. Now, taking a look at the Deadpool figure, he does not stand on his own. Now, basically, this is, first of all, it's really heavy. It's pretty heavy. That's probably a good couple pounds, I would imagine. But I mean, overall, I thought I did have him standing before. It could just be the table that I have him on now. But you're basically going to need the stand. But let's take a closer look. I mean, for what it is a pretty nice looking figure. Now looking at the head sculpt is really nice. And again, there is no articulation in this guy whatsoever. So everything is basically staying exactly how it is. But the head sculpt is nice. I mean, it's basically, you know, just like, well, again, the sideshow version, since that's basically what this is, just a molded version of that and repaint. But I mean, you get some nice little definition, some nice paint work. The eyes are done well. You get some nice shading. And then taking a look at everything else. Now on the sideshow one, of course, all this would be loose parts. In this case, it's not. It's just, you know, basically on the figure and painted. And not even really painted that nicely. I mean, you basically just get the one color for all of the straps. You do get a little bit of coloring here on the you know, little clip part right there. Of course, you do have the Deadpool bomb here that's painted. I mean, the suit itself has a little bit of you know, material feel to it. Not material feel, but that you know, you can hear that it has that surface to it. Looking at the belt, the belt looks decent. You know, it looks good. Belt buckle looks good. Coming down to his legs, you do have this gun that is not going anywhere. It is stuck in the holder, so that's annoying. Looking at the knee pads, and all the knee pads look good. The boots look good. You even get a little bit of you know, sculpt work done on the bottom of the boots. So I mean, you know, overall it's not that bad. Again, you have, I mean, it's a nice looking piece. Again, you have the gun that's, you know, not coming out of there, it's stuck in there. Looking at the gloves, you know, you get a little bit of paint on them. Oh, I don't know why that's not focusing, sorry about that. But the arms and the shoulder pieces, I think this was the arm, yeah. See, so that just kind of comes out. This is how it was when I got it, so you have to kind of put this part in there. And then looking at the back of the figure, again, you got the boots. Coming up the back, again, you get this, you know, shading kind of all throughout the red part of the suit. And then back up to the back of his head. And like I said, you are going to need to stand in order for him to stand up. But I mean, overall, it's a nice looking piece. Like I said, there is no articulation in it whatsoever, so that's a little bit frustrating. I mean, that's another thing that's kind of annoying. There is no place to put these on his back. Since everything is basically just molded to him, it does not come with the little thing that he has that puts the swords in. But what you can do is put them in his hands however you want. You can either put them like this. And I mean, they stay in there, but it's not really tight. I mean, they could fall right out easily. But you can put, you know, one facing that way, one facing this way, or something like that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, for the price point, because I think they're like 40 bucks, you know, maybe like $40 to $80. So, I mean, at that price point, it is going to make a nice piece on your shelf. I mean, I would totally recommend the sideshow version of this, because one, you get the articulation, you get all the accessories that it comes with, but of course with that, I mean, you're paying $200 to $250 for that figure, you know, so that is a big difference in price for someone who just wants a nice comic version, you know, Deadpool for their collection. Like I said, it will look nice on the shelf. I mean, but again, you don't have the articulation anywhere. You just have the two swords. I mean, for people who like to customize, you might be able to create something that he can hold the swords in, you know, glue it on his back maybe. Give you a little bit of more options. But that's it, guys. Oh, let me get a measurement of him. So as far as a measurement, he is right around 11 inches. Yeah, he's right around 11 inches. And with the stand, it's like, you know, 11 and a half. So, you know, not bad, because it is supposed to be a 1/6 scale, you know, so about a 12 inch, but he's about 11 inches. As far as a size comparison, here he is with the Marvel Legends Deadpool. So that just gives you a little, since he won't stand on his own, I don't want to, but that's a size comparison as far as him and the Marvel Legends Deadpool. Get him to stand. And I do have another comparison I can give you guys, and that's with the 12-inch Marvel Legends Deadpool. And this is the the Hasbro one. So you see he's definitely taller, because he's not even on the stand and he's about the same size as him. But again, I mean, I guess the look, this one definitely looks much better, even though the Hasbro one is decent. But that's it, guys. That is the Crazy Toys Deadpool vinyl statue. Basically just a hard mold of the Sideshow comic book Deadpool. Like I said, decent price point. So that's a detailed description of them, guys. That's the review. Give the video a thumbs up if you did like it. Subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch you guys on the next figure review. Take care.